Hi guys, it's Michelle, and today we are going to learn how to make this beautiful necklace. It's right here, and I'm going to give you the list of the materials. It's black beading wire, that's what I have here, or you could use white beading wire. This is 0.06 inches, 0.15 millimeter. Let me show you that. You need a beading needle, seed beads, and you could use, I used rondelles, 6 millimeter and 4 millimeter rondelles. You could use 4 millimeter crystals, bicone crystals. You could use pearls. I used for this one here, I used 28 rondelles. So it all depends on the size that you want. This one is 28 as well. And like I said, as you see how the video goes, you can make it as long as you want. You can make it as short as you want. So let's get started. I'm going to start with a crystal. We're going to put a seed bead on. We're going to do a crystal and then a seed bead. Oh wait, and another crystal. Sorry. There's 3 crystals on here. Whoops. And then a seed bead. So you have 3. Crystal, seed bead, crystal, seed bead, crystal, seed bead. Bring it down to the bottom. Leave a nice sized tail. I don't even know how many inches that is, but just leave a nice sized tail. And what you're going to do is you're going to go around to the opposite side, and you're going to just go through all the beads, and then you're going to pull it so that it forms a circle. And then this is your tail right here, and this is, you're coming out of this seed bead here. So we're going to put it in position for the next step. So we're going to take our needle and we're going to go through that crystal bead. And this is our very first step. Okay? So now you put the instructions, you put them over here, you put them away for now. So now we're going to do step 2. Step 2 is a seed bead, a pearl, a seed bead, a pearl, and then a seed bead. You're going to bring that down, or it looks like that, and you're going to go around the opposite where the thread is coming. So if you look here, you have your thread coming out of this bead here. You're going to take your needle and you're going to go through that bead. You're actually going to go through the seed bead and then the crystal. Then you're going to pull that through. And now you see where you have your string is coming out of this bead here. So you want to come up through the seed bead and then through the crystal, through the pearl. And then you're positioned for step 3. So this is step 1. Should look like this. So now, well, that was step 2. Sorry. Step 3. We're going to do a seed bead, a pearl, seed bead, a crystal, seed bead, and then a crystal. Again, here's where your string is coming out of. So you want to turn your piece around so that you can see. You want to go through the opposite seed bead and pearl like that. And then you're going to position it for the next step. So you turn it. Your string is coming out of this pearl. So you need to go up the seed bead and the other pearl. And then it should look like this. So now you have your 3 crystals in a row. So that's step 3. Step 4, seed bead, crystal, maybe I should turn the light on. There we go. Crystal, come on. Seed bead, pearl, seed bead. And again, you're going to drop that down. You're going to hold your piece, and you're going to see where they're coming out of. That string is there, so you want to come around, and you want to go up through that seed bead and through the pearl. And then you want to position it, so you turn it around, because now you have your string coming out that way. You want to go through the seed bead and the crystal to get it into position for step 5. Now it should look like this. So now step 5 is the last step, and then we repeat it. So seed bead, crystal, seed bead, crystal, seed bead. Let that drop down. And pick your piece up, and you're going to go through the opposite seed bead, crystal. Now you take your thread, and you're going to go through. Make sure you're holding this way with the big pearls on the bottom, and you have your 2 crystals on top. So you're going to take your needle, and you're going to go up through the seed bead and the crystal, and that is the first set. And now we just repeat this. So remember, we don't go through back to step 1. We're going to go to step 2, which is a seed bead, a pearl, seed bead, pearl, and then a seed bead. Let that drop. You pick your piece up, and you have these on the bottom in your hand, and the thread is going up. So you want to go up through the seed bead, because you're doing opposite of where the thread is coming out of. So you're going through the seed bead and the crystal, and now you got to position this string. So you're turning out, now it's up. So you're going to take your needle, you're going to go through the seed bead and through the pearl, just to get it into position for step 3. And now your piece should look like this. Thread coming down here, and you got your crystals here for your pearls. So step 3 is a seed bead, a pearl, a seed bead, a crystal, a seed bead, and then a crystal, and then a seed bead. Okay, so then you see the string is coming out of this bead. You want to go to the opposite. So you go through the seed bead and the pearl. You come up. Now, make sure that the bigger beads are on the bottom, because now you're going up the next seed bead to position your thread for the next step, which is step 4, which is a seed bead, a crystal, a seed bead, a pearl, and then a seed bead. Thread is coming out of this bead, so you want to go opposite. So you go through the seed bead and the pearl, and now you want to position for the next step. So make sure the pearls are up top and the crystals are on the bottom. String is here. You want to go up through the the seed bead, and then the crystal. And now you're ready for step 5, which is a seed bead, crystal, seed bead, crystal, seed bead. String is coming out of here, so you're going to go around through the seed bead and the crystal, and now you turn it around and you have the pearls on the bottom, crystals are on top, string is here. You're going to go up through the seed bead and through the crystal, and now you're ready for the repeat. So you finished, you did two sets. That's one set, that's two set. It's going to look like this. I made this one before, and I'll show you how many sets I did. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 7 sets. So you could do as many sets as you want or as little as you want. This one that I made a while ago, which is my favorite, it's beautiful. I did 14 sets. I didn't do the pearls around the sides. I was just trying something different. I did it all the way around, pretty much. It's a choker, and then you put. I used this cable, so I did that. This one I did the other day. This I only used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 7 of these as well, and I used these the pearls. And then this, same thing as the red one, it goes, I did more. I did 14 around. So I'll do a few more with you, as long as you write down the steps. Just write them down, and just, yeah, you could just continue making as many sets as you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make about 7 sets like I did here. Okay, so let's get back. So now we finished that step 5. Now we're going back to step 2. 1 seed bead, 1 pearl, 1 seed bead, 1 pearl, 1 seed bead. You want to go to the opposite of where the string is coming from. You're going to go through the seed bead and the crystal, and then you want to position the thread so that we can go to step 3. So you want to go through the seed bead and the pearl, and now we are in position to go ahead and do step 3. Seed bead, pearl, seed bead, crystal, seed bead, crystal, and then seed bead. String is coming out of this bead. We're going to the opposite side, which is through the seed bead and then the pearl. Turn it around. Notice where they are positioned. The pearls are on the bottom, so you're going to go up through the seed bead and through the pearl. That's step 3. Step 4 will be a seed bead, a crystal, a seed bead, a pearl, and a seed bead. Again, the string is coming out of this. I'm going to go through the opposite, seed bead, pearl, turn my piece upside down where now you have the crystals on the bottom and the pearls up top. You want to position this for step 5, so you're going to go up through the seed bead and through the crystal. And now step 5 is a seed bead, a crystal, seed bead, a crystal. Where's the hole? Come on. All right. And then a seed bead. go through the opposite side of that where the string is coming from, and you go through the seed bead and the crystal, turn it around. You have the pearls on the bottom, crystals on top. You're going to go up through that seed bead and through that crystal, and you are now finished with the third unit. So repeat step 2. Go back to step 2, which is a seed bead, a pearl, a seed bead, a pearl, and a seed bead. Okay, so the string is coming out here. I'm going through that seed bead and that crystal. Turn it upside down. I have my pearls up top and the crystals are on the bottom, and my string is here, and I'm going to go up through that seed bead and through the pearl just to position it for step 3, which is going to be a seed bead, a pearl, a seed bead, a crystal, a seed bead, a crystal, and a seed bead. Let that drop. The string is coming out of this crystal, pearl. I'm going to go through the opposite seed bead and pearl, turn it this way, where now I have the pearls on the bottom, crystals up top, string is coming out of this bead here. So I'm going to go up through that seed bead and that pearl. And now I'm going to go to step 4, which is a seed bead, a crystal, a seed bead, a pearl, and then a seed bead. Let that drop down. The string is coming out of this pearl. Go to the opposite side, which is the seed bead and the pearl. Turn your work so that you got the pearls up top and the crystals on the bottom. String is coming out of this bead here. You're going to take your needle and you're going to go up through that seed bead, through that crystal, so that you can position your needle for step 5. Seed bead, crystal, I can't see it, crystal, seed bead, crystal, and then seed bead. You're coming out of this crystal. You're going to go through the opposite seed bead and crystal, pull, turn it upside down. Now you have the pearls on the bottom, crystals up top, and you're going to take your string, which is coming out of this crystal, and you're going to go up through that seed bead and that crystal, and now you're finished with another unit. Then, guess what? Step 2. You go back to step 2. Seed bead, pearl, seed bead, pearl, seed bead. Again, take your piece. Just notice the position. Go through the opposite side of that crystal, and you're going to go up through the seed bead, through the crystal, turn your piece around again. Now the pearls are up top. You're going to go through the seed bead and the pearl so that you can position yourself, your thread, for step 3, which is a seed bead, pearl, seed bead, a crystal, seed bead, and a crystal. All right, come on, crystal. And then a seed bead. Okay. Your string is coming out of that pearl. You want to go opposite, seed bead, pearl. Turn your piece so you have the pearls on the bottom, crystal on top, string coming out here. You want to go up through that seed bead and through that pearl so that you are ready for step 4, which is a seed bead, a crystal, seed bead, a pearl, and then a seed bead. You want to go opposite of that seed bead and pearl. Turn your piece around, and now you have your crystals on the bottom, pearls up top. Your string is coming out of this pearl. You want to go up through that seed bead and through the crystal. Now your last step for step 5 is a seed bead, crystal, seed bead, crystal, and then a seed bead. Now you hold the piece, you have your crystals on the bottom, pearls up top. You're going through the opposite of this bead, which is the seed bead, crystal. Turn it around. Now you have the pearls on the bottom, crystals on top, string coming out of this crystal. So you're going to go up through that seed bead and through that crystal, and now you're done with unit 5. Step 5, I meant. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have two more sets to make 7, which is completion in the Bible, just FYI. Step 2, seed bead, pearl, seed bead, pearl, seed bead. Hold your piece, and you get the pearls are on the bottom, crystals up top. You're going to go through the opposite crystal, through the seed bead and through the crystal. Turn it around. Now you have the pearls up top, crystals on the bottom. Coming out of this crystal, you're going to go up through the seed bead and then through that pearl to position yourself for step 3, which is 1 seed bead, 1 pearl, 1 seed bead, 1 crystal, 1 seed bead, 1 crystal, 1 seed bead. All the pearls are up top, crystals are on the bottom. Go through the opposite pearl. Turn your piece, and now you have the crystals on top and the pearls on the bottom. You're going to take your string that's coming out of this pearl, and you're going to go up through the crystal, up through the seed bead and then up through the pearl. So you get ready for step 4, which is a seed bead, a crystal, seed bead, pearl, and then a seed bead. Turn your piece. You have the pearls on the bottom. You're going to go through the opposite seed bead and pearl. Turn your piece where the crystals are on the bottom and the pearls are up top. You're coming out of here. You're going to go up through that seed bead and through that crystal so that we can get into position for step 5. Seed bead, crystal, seed bead, crystal, seed bead. Turn your piece. Crystals are on the bottom, pearls are up top. You're going to go through the opposite seed bead and crystal. Turn your piece around, and now you have the pearls on the bottom, crystals on top. You're going to take your needle, you're going to go up through that seed bead and through that crystal, and that is step 5. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do one more. Step 2, 1 seed bead, 1 pearl, 1 seed bead, 1 pearl, 1 seed bead. I'm going to go through. These are on the bottom. The pearls are on the bottom, crystals are on top. Go through the seed bead and through the crystal. Turn it around. You have the pearls on top, crystals on the bottom. Go through, up through the seed bead and then through that pearl. Step 3 is 1 seed bead, 1 pearl, 1 seed bead, 1 crystal. Where are you, crystal? Come on. Sometimes you can't see the hole. 1 seed bead, 1 crystal, 1 seed bead. Okay, you're gonna go through the crystals are on the bottom, pearls are on top. You're gonna go through the opposite pearl, through the seed bead first, and then through the pearl. Then you're gonna have the pearls on the bottom, crystals on top. You're coming out of here. You're gonna go up through that seed bead and through the pearl. That's step 3. Step 4 is a seed bead, a crystal. Okay, does this not have a hole in it? No, I don't know. Seed bead, a pearl, and then a seed bead. Crystals are on top, the pearls are on the bottom. Go through the opposite seed bead and pearl. Turn it around where now the crystals on the bottom, pearls are on top. Go through that seed bead and that crystal. This is the last step. We're going to go through step 5, which is the seed bead. We have a crystal, seed bead. We have a crystal, and then a seed bead. We're going to do opposite. The crystals are on the bottom, the pearls are on the top. We're going to go through the opposite seed bead and crystal. Turn it around. Pearls are on the bottom, crystals are on top. Go through the seed bead and through there, the crystal. And that's it. We got 7 units, and like I said, you can continue this as long as you write down the instructions. All it is just repetitive, going over and over and over. To finish it off, you could either do it like this. You could either add whatever you want, whatever beads would go nice with this. You could do seed beads. You can do the rest of these, pearls. These, whatever you want to use. It's your creativity. And then how you finish it. So once you put whatever bead you want, or if you want to do chain, like I did here. Basically, I don't have any more of these bead protectors. I would use the bead protector on this one I didn't have one, so it's fine. You could just use that like that, the string, but it's better if you get these. They're U-shape, and all you do really, I'll just show you briefly. So let's say I'm going to let's say, okay, I'll use this. Let's say I'm gonna use this chain. So you take that, you just string it on, go back through a bead like that. You go back through the bead, and then you just tie it. You tie it, and that's all you really need to do. So I really hope that this was clear. If you have any issues, just let me know. I will do my best to respond and to help you as best I can. All right, enjoy. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what I do. When I'm done, I put the beads however I want to finish it. And then all I do is I get a jump ring, and I'm going to use this. It goes like that. I think that'll look pretty. You could use thread protectors. I don't have any right now in front of me. I don't know where they are. So I'm just gonna leave that, have a thread protector on there. If not, anyway, so you just do this. You just thread it on, go through a couple of beads, pull it down tight, and just make a knot. Just go through here. If I could get that through. So just wherever your thread is coming out, just go through it and make a couple of knots. Okay, so there's a knot. Go down another couple of beads. Oh, obviously, for some reason I can't go through it. So I'm going to go back up. I'm going to stop over here. Oh, that's lovely. Let me go back down. Now I can go down. Go back down. Tighten that nice. Do a double, pull it. Down a couple of beads. Over here. Cinch it. Down a couple of beads. Do another knot. That's it. Cut this. I got one side on. I put a needle on this side because I'm going to go like this. Go through this. And that's it. And this is it. All done. Okay, all done. Perfect. And there it is. Beautiful.